Good morning and welcome. I hope you have had a good couple of weeks since I was on last, and then I hope you got to watch the video with me and my wife. If you haven't, go check that out. It's still on the YouTube channel and a few other places. If you have any questions for both of us, we're hoping to do a Q&A, or if you just want a private interest, that is okay too. I hope you have something good to drink or something to eat with you today. I still have coffee. It's very good stuff. You should try it out if you haven't already. We're going to get into, I think, the end of our reputation study today in Colossians 3, verses 5 through 11. It says, "Put to death, therefore, what is earthly in you, sexual immorality, impurity, passion, evil desire, and covetousness, which is idolatry. On account of these, the wrath of God is coming. In these you too once walked, when you were living in them. But now you must put them all away: anger, wrath, malice, slander, and obscene talk from your mouth. Do not lie to one another, seeing that you have put off the old self with its practices, and have put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge after the image of its Creator. Here there is not Greek and Jew, circumcised and uncircumcised, barbarian, Scythian, slave, free, but Christ is all and in all." And that's the most important point right there. The whole point is Christ. Our reputation, our lives, as Christians and non-Christians, the whole point is Christ and God. If you are a non-Christian, then you have a reputation, you have a life, you have an eternity without God. And if you are a Christian, are you showing Christ? Have you put off or put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge after the image of its Creator? Are you being renewed in knowledge after the image of your Creator? We are made in God's image. The waters have been muddied, the mirror has been tainted, but are we renewing that image, making it clear? Are we working on ourselves? Are we praying? Are we asking God to change our hearts and our minds every day so that we become more like Him? Obviously, we are never going to become God. We never even become close to that. He is way more than we ever could be. Even in renewed bodies, we're born again Christians, we have a new body, we have a new soul. We're no longer sinners as Christians. Sin still affects us. We still have struggles, we still have problems, but that's not the core of our being. The core of our being is Christ. Because we are reborn. And if you are reborn, are you living as though you haven't been reborn? That is the reputation question that you have to answer for yourself, and that others can also tell you if you ask, is, are you still walking in any of these lists or all of them? Sexual immorality, impurity, passions, evil desires, covetousness, idolatry, anger, wrath, malice, slander, obscene talk, lying. Are you living in any of those? Are any of those part of your reputation? Because if they are, it's not a good thing. We need to work actively to remove those. We all do. We all have something that, strengths and weaknesses. What are those weaknesses that you're trying to become better, that you're working to be out of where it is? Now, there's a very key aspect of this I want to share with you. Right after, on verse 6, right after the list of sexual immorality, impurity, passions, evil desires, covetousness, which is idolatry. This is a very important part of all of this. He said, On account of these, the wrath of God is coming. The wrath of God is not coming because of you, because of the person, the human. Human error, maybe. But the sin is why God's wrath is coming. Now also, hear this. It is coming. It is to come. Right? It wasn't poured out before. This is the New Testament, so we're not talking about Jesus here. It wasn't poured out there. It is coming in the future. Okay? This all hasn't been completely wrapped up yet. Jesus is victorious, has the keys of death, won the victory. But there's still more to come in this battle against sin and against evil. It's important to know as you're going through this struggle is that God is not angry with you. Trying to help your reputation, working on this. He's not angry at you. His wrath and his anger is at the sin. Now, if you are living in sin, still in sin, still anger, his anger is still on the sin. But if you are still sin, you're still wicked, you haven't been reborn, and unfortunately it falls on you too. You're a byproduct because that is what you chose. But God loves the human. He loves his creation. And he has done great things to make a way for you to be born again and be renewed in the knowledge of the image of its creator. So take that to heart. Lean on him. Ask him questions. Pray to him. And continually evaluate yourself in this great battle of your reputation and your own personal life. Thank you all. Have a very good week.